Hello there. Welcome to this video where I'll give you a quick walkthrough of my new budget planner and tracker on Google Sheets. It's something I originally created to simplify my own budget planning and tracking, and it's made the whole process feel so much more manageable. I'm really excited to show you around, so let's dive right in. When you first open the spreadsheet, you'll land on the Budget Plan tab, and this is where the entire process begins. This tab is fully dedicated to planning, and everything is organized into clear sections so you can walk through your budget step by step, without any guesswork or confusion. Start at the top by choosing your preferred currency from a wide range of options. Then enter the year and select the month you're planning for using the drop-down menu. If you have a starting balance from a previous month, like some money left over in your account, you can add it here. But if not, feel free to leave it blank. Once that's set, you'll move into the income section. Here you can list out all your income sources, and next to each one, you can enter the amount you expect to receive from that source for the month, and you're all set. Next is the bills section. This is where you enter all your fixed monthly payments like rent, utilities, subscriptions, and memberships. For each bill, you can also select a due date by right-clicking twice on the cell and choosing a date from the calendar pop-up. Then enter the amount you expect to pay, and you're done. Next, you'll come to the section for variable expenses, things like groceries, personal care, dining out, travel, and so on. Just enter each category and the amount you plan to spend in that area for the month. Then comes the debt section, where you can list payments like credit card bills, personal EMIs, student loans, or any other repayments. Add the due dates and the expected amounts for each. Finally, you'll set your savings goals for the month. Whether it's an emergency fund, a vacation, or a big purchase you're saving for, just list each fund and the amount you want to set aside. And that's it, your full budget plan is now ready. You've set your goals for income, expenses, debts, and savings, and everything is laid out clearly in one place. You can add as many income sources, bill categories, variable expenses, debt payments, and savings goals as you need. And throughout each section, the totals calculate automatically at the very top, so you can focus on your planning without worrying about the math. You'll find a cash flow summary that's fully automated. It shows you the total budget, the total of all your planned expenses and savings, and tells you exactly how much of your budget remains unallocated or unplanned. It's a great way to check if anything's missing or if you want to adjust and balance things out. You'll also see a set of auto-generated charts that visually break down your budget plan to help you analyze it better. The first is a donut chart that shows how your total budget is distributed across bills, variable expenses, debts, and savings, and how much is still unplanned. Just click and hover on any section to get a quick view of the numbers. The second chart is interactive. You can choose from a drop-down to view either your income, expenses, bills, debts, or savings. Whichever you select, the chart will show how that part of your budget is broken down across its categories. And finally, there's a bar chart that compares your total available budget against the total amount you've planned. A great way to double-check that everything adds up. And one last note, if you'd like to customize the wording, you can easily rename any of the main sections. So if you prefer calling bills something like fixed expenses, or want to rename savings, feel free to adjust the labels to whatever fits your style. Now that your plan is in place, let's head over to the Income Log tab. This is where you'll start tracking what you actually earn throughout the month. If your income comes from multiple streams, like freelancing, client work, or digital sales, it can get tricky to track everything. This tab takes the pressure off by letting you log each payment as it comes in, and automatically keeping track of the totals for you. It's a simple setup, but incredibly helpful, especially when your income doesn't come in one or two fixed paychecks. All you need to do is enter the date, a short description, the amount, and then select the income source from the drop-down. And if there's anything else you want to note, there's space for that too. There's no limit to how many entries you can add, and everything here flows seamlessly into your budget dashboard. Next, we have the expense log. This is where you'll track all your actual spending throughout the month. And when I say all, I mean everything. Whether it's a bill payment, a grocery run, or a loan repayment, it all goes right here in one unified place. This layout is designed to keep things simple and avoid the kind of confusion that can happen when expenses are split across different tabs or systems. So instead of having to remember where to check something off or worry about logging the same expense twice, every time money leaves your account, you just log it here. Start by entering the date, then add a short description of the payment. Next, enter the amount, and then choose the specific subcategory from the drop-down, like electricity, rent, groceries, or dining out. Based on the subcategory you choose, the broader main category, whether it's a bill, variable expense, or debt, updates automatically in the gray column. This helps you stay organized without having to sort things manually. And if you'd like to add any notes for context, there's a space for that too. Everything you enter here connects back to your budget dashboard and calendar, so you'll always have a full picture of your actual spending without needing to switch between different tabs or systems. Now let's move on to the calendar tab, which gives you a clean visual overview of your upcoming payments. This tab is fully automated, so there's no need to enter anything here manually. It works based on the dates you already added in the budget plan tab. So once you've entered your bills and debt payments with their due dates, they'll appear here in the calendar view for the month you're budgeting. The current date is highlighted in green, so you always know where you are in the month at a glance. And when you actually make the payment and log it in the expense log, the calendar updates again. That payment will be struck through and grayed out, marking it as completed. It's a gentle way to stay on top of your payments, without having to rely on a separate app or mental checklist. There's also a completion chart for the month, showing how much of your planned payments have already been taken care of. You can choose between a Monday or Sunday week start depending on what you prefer. And next to the calendar, you'll also see a breakdown of payment stats. How many are pending, how many are left for the month, and whether anything is overdue. Now let's move over to the savings log. This tab is here to help you keep track of every contribution or withdrawal from your savings, no matter how big or small. Just like the income log, this setup is especially helpful for people whose income and savings don't happen in large fixed chunks. If you tend to put away money in bits and pieces throughout the month, like setting aside $50 one week and maybe $20 the next, this tab is made exactly for that. Every time you save something or need to pull a little out, you just log the entry here. Start by entering the date, then choose the fund name from the drop-down, like vacation, emergency fund, or anything else you've set up. Next, enter the amount, under either the contribution column if you're adding money, or the withdrawal column if you're taking something out. Then add a short description, and if you'd like, you can include extra notes for your own reference. This log keeps everything in one place and updates your progress automatically, so you always know how your savings are growing and where your money is going. Now let's head into the budget dashboard tab. This is where everything comes together. This tab is fully automated and it gives you a complete snapshot of how your month went, all based on the entries you made in the other tabs. At the very top, you'll see a cash flow summary. It shows your actual income, your total spending across bills, variable expenses and debts, your total savings, and what's left over. You'll also see the difference. That is, whether your spending and savings stayed within your available budget or went over. Below that, you'll find detailed breakdowns for each area of your budget. First comes income, showing what you planned, what you actually received, and the difference. Then the expenses. This section includes all types of spending, fixed bills, variable expenses, and debt payments, all clearly grouped and compared. And finally, your savings, showing the planned versus actual contributions to each fund, with a positive or negative difference to help you see how closely you followed your savings goals. At the top of each section, you'll also see the total actual amount, so you can quickly check how much you earned, spent, or saved overall. Once you've looked through the numbers, the charts above offer a full visual summary. No setup needed. The planned versus actual bar chart compares all 5 key areas: income, bills, variable expenses, debts, and savings, so you can instantly spot where things matched your plan and where they didn't. Then there's a drop-down base chart where you can choose to see a detailed breakdown of your actual income, bills, expenses, debts, savings, or even combined expenses. However you want to analyze your month, this chart adjusts to show exactly that. And finally, there's a bar chart comparing what was available versus what was used. It puts your total available amount, including any starting balance, against the amount you actually used for expenses and savings. It's a clear visual of whether you lived below your means, used your entire budget wisely, or maybe went a little over. This tab gives you the clarity to really understand how your month turned out, not just in numbers but in patterns, choices, and progress. And that's it for this walkthrough of the budget planner and tracker. This version is designed especially for those who earn from multiple income streams, in bits and pieces throughout the month, and need a system that can keep up with that rhythm. If that sounds like you, I truly hope this helps make your budgeting process simpler, more organized, and a lot less stressful. Feel free to check out this template in our store. The link is right below in the description. Thanks so much for watching and happy budgeting!